Welcome to another episode of the Anyone But Cam Offseason podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Frankie, and sitting across the internet from me is Cam. Cam, how are you doing on this Friday afternoon?
Well, I just came from one group meeting with my lab group where I'm going to have to do a lot of calculations for a report this weekend. And as soon as we're done recording this, I'm going to go to another group another meeting with a different group for a bunch of other calculations I'll have to do this weekend. So, this is the best part of my Friday. Let's go.
Yeah, sorry to everyone for the delay this week, but school has to come first. Even though, to me, the podcast is a priority. Not so much for Cam, but what are you gonna do?
But everything waits for me because I'm the most important part, obviously.
Yeah, that's true. So thanks y'all for joining us, and we'll get right into it. Cam, you're up first with your topic this week.
Okay, so this is going to be... I was thinking this was our last podcast before the Super Bowl, but I guess this is our second to last podcast before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Look at me, so prepared. But I've been hearing a lot of prop bets going on for the Super Bowl right now, so I was thinking that we could just take some of those, maybe see who can get the most theoretical money from our fake bets on the Super Bowl, and see who knows the most of their football knowledge.
Sounds good to me. I love gambling and stuff like this, so yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah, so the way this is going to work out is I've picked out 26 just random bets that you can do, and most of them have like two options, or a couple of them are just like pick from a certain pool, and we're each going to pick. We can pick the same if we want to, or we can go head to head, and if we're right, we get 1 point. Except for some of them, I've added multipliers too, so where you can get more points as a way of just, getting odds, but in a less complicated way.
Yeah.
So, I think we should decide, we'll take turns going first in our picking, and
Sure.
I just flipped a coin, and Frankie, what do you think it is?
You always go tails, right? Tails.
It was heads, which means that you're going first.
Okay.
And the first prop bet that we're talking about is actually about the coin toss. Frankie, do you think the coin toss for the Super Bowl will end up heads or tails?
Well, now I'm in a bind. I don't know what to pick. Let's see. I'll go heads. We'll predict heads.
All right. Well, despite what we just saw, I'm gonna go tails now. To try and get one up on you right to start.
All right.
Okay, so the next bet we got going on is Tom Brady over under half an interception. So I pick first here. I think this is a pretty tough one because half an interception is not a lot, but it's Tom Brady in a big game, so you can always count on him to be pretty clutch. But Rams got some good corners, so I think I'm going to go with the over, and that Tom Brady will throw at least one pick.
Yeah, I can believe that a tip ball goes astray, so I go over on this one.
All right. Next one we got going on is who is going to win the Super Bowl MVP, and there's two options here. The first option is that it's going to go to a quarterback. And the other option is that it's going to go to any other player. And if you pick the other and you're right, you get 3 points instead of 1.
Wow. It's Goff, Brady, or the field. Man. As a staunch Patriots hater, I want to believe that this game is something that the Rams can win. But I'm just not so sure it is. And... yeah, on this one, you have to take that it's going to be a quarterback, just because, other than that, it could just be, it could be like an Aaron Darnold or something if he had some kind of big play, but I don't see Todd Gurley stepping up because he's just been, not himself the last, month with injuries, and C.J. Anderson, he could get some touchdowns, but I think you have to go quarterback on this one.
Yeah, quarterback is obviously the favorite, but just looking at the times 3, it's really tempting me because, the problem is I was thinking, if the Aaron Donald is probably got the third highest shot to win it, in my opinion, just being as good of a player as he is. But that
Mm-hmm.
means that the Rams probably won. And if the Rams win, how could they not give it to Jared Goff, you know?
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, there's probably a lot of fatigue with giving Brady the MVP. And like Sony Michel's been going off
Yeah.
these playoffs. So
I was
could
thinking Sonny
see him
Michel.
maybe doing it. So I'm just going to take a risk and go with the field here and other.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, so we got another multiplier on this one.
Uh-huh.
Still about the MVP. It's who will be the first person mentioned by the MVP in their speech. And the options here are God with a ×4 multiplier or literally anyone else. And I see that ×4 and I'm going with God.
I guess I don't know if Goff is Goff a religious man. I don't actually know that. Is that right?
Yeah. And I don't think Tom Brady really is either, right?
Yeah. I don't have memory of him like shouting out. And obviously I don't know about Darnold or Sony Michel. And that the multiplier is nice, but Cam, I think you're reaching too hard here, dude. You gotta. I think I'm gonna go with the field. Anything else?
All right. Like to see you playing it safe, Frankie, because all I need is one of these to hit, and I'm back in the lead.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next bet we got going on is Tony Romo. He's going to predict some plays. Obviously, it's what he's known for. Tony Romo Stradanis. So will he predict correctly 6.5 plays over under?
I would have put the betting line at 5.5 personally. So by that meaning, I would go under on this one. I think he's gonna get right around 6. That sounds good to me.
All right. Yeah. Actually, most of the sites that I saw had this at 7.5. So I already dropped it down one.
Wow.
But I think I'm gonna take the over here, purely because this is the second week in a row that Romo's been watching the Patriots. So he's got a lot of film on them. So I think he's got a good shot of seeing some of their tendencies a little more. And, it's Romo. Got to put your faith in the man. Best broadcaster in the world.
This one's a total toss-up to me, I think. It could definitely go either way. But, yeah.
Okay, so me on this one, the question is, will there be someone who kneels during the national anthem? And yes on here has got a ×2 multiplier. No is just 1 point. But I think I got to go with the no here. Actually, I have no idea if people have been kneeling recently or not.
There have been a few, but I can't think of any on the Patriots or on the Rams that have been doing it recently.
Yeah, I feel like it's the Super Bowl. You got to be focused on the game. So I'm going with no.
You never know what could happen in like just American politics between now and then that could prompt that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd probably go you think you have to go no here. I mean, it's one thing to protest during the season, but it's another thing when it's the biggest game of the year and you just gotta have to have a laser focus. So I'd go no as well.
Okay. So, next, you first. Kind of on the same trail as the kneeling. Will the Donald, Mr. Trump, be at the game? Yes has a ×4 multiplier.
Has he shown up to any games? I think he stepped up to the national championship like 2 years ago, I think, for college, maybe?
I don't know.
No, I mean, like, in the middle of all the stuff that's been happening, I can't see any reason why he'd be there. Especially, no, absolutely not. Especially with all the protest stuff in the NFL. No way. There's no way he's there.
Yeah, I really was not thinking he'd show up either, which is why I gave yes such a high multiplier. But yeah, he's got way too much going on right now to show up to a football game.
Yeah.
So next we have, this is our first multi-optioned question. It'll be, for the winning team, what will be the color of the liquid dumped on the winning coach? I'm going first here. And, I got some theories in the back of my head that, Bill Belichick's a bit old, a bit old-fashioned, some might say.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he's not a big Gatorade kind of guy. He's kind of like, yo, we got to be drinking water all the time. Or maybe, he just prefers clear colored Gatorade. So I'm going to play it safe here and say that it's going to be some clear water being dumped on him.
Water, not even just like clear
Or
Gatorade.
clear,
water.
clear fluid. Uncolored.
Yeah. I don't know what's popular with NFL players, but I will go with what I think is the most underrated flavor and maybe even the best flavor of Gatorade, and that is the classic yellow, whatever one it's called, lemon lime or something. I don't know. That one is bomb, and people don't know this. People don't know it, but that color is amazing, and that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm not a Gatorade fan, but yellow is the only one that I'll tolerate. I agree there. Okay. Next one. Something near and dear to my heart, Frankie.
Okay.
It's been slightly teased. I don't know how real it is, but will Maroon 5 play the song Sweet Victory during the halftime show?
Is it? What are my odds here?
It's even. Yes or no?
Even. No, absolutely not. I thought it'd be like a multiplier for yes. No, they will not. Maroon 5 is no fun. They haven't been fun ever, and they aren't going to start now.
Aw. I was really hoping, no. I'm still going the yes. I really should have put a multiplier on there, because I'll take it with the even odds anyway. But I believe in Adam Levine being kind of fun.
It's not even like his. It's not even like his generation. If it was somebody younger, that someone who's like in their like mid-20s, like earlier 20s, that's performing, who like grew up with that show, maybe. But no, no, come on.
Aw. Well, sometimes you gotta believe, Frankie. That's what SpongeBob taught me. But on the same topic of Adam Levine being fun or not, will his shirt be black or any other color? Those are the two options. You have black or other. And I guess I go first here, huh?
Yeah.
And I am definitely taking black.
This is the easiest one so far. It's black.
Okay. Yeah. Not maroon, which would have made more sense, but,
That'd have been a little bit too on the nose.
Okay. Getting a little bit back to football here. Mm-hmm. Next prop we got is, will there be a passing touchdown by a non-quarterback? Yes has a ×3 multiplier.
I gotta go first?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. You don't think the Patriots want to do a Philly special for themselves? Are you kidding me? Absolutely. And the Patriots are known for their trick plays. That's like one of their like defining characteristics of a team in the playoffs. We saw that they tried to do the flea flicker to Chris Hogan that failed miserably. I think that was in overtime, wasn't it? Of the AFC Championship game. They pulled them on the Steelers. Steelers have pulled them on the Patriots in retaliation. Absolutely. I do think somebody, maybe Edelman, maybe someone from the Patriots will probably, if it does happen, it'll be probably from the Patriots, and I think, or it could be from Johnny Hecker too, right? It could be Johnny Hecker. Yeah, absolutely, yes.
A lot of good ideas that I was also going to talk about. Johnny Hecker being a really big one. He loves to throw the ball. He's got a pretty good passer rating from what I've seen too.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the Super Bowl. They're not holding anything back, and I think it'll be pretty fun.
Yeah.
So
you're going yes. You're going yes on that one?
Yeah, I also went yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
And I had this on a spreadsheet that I can share with you and maybe post in the group chat later too, if people want to play along at home. But the next question we got is, will the total score be over or under 76.5 points? And now that's obviously a very high number, because that would be a record for the Super Bowl if it got over that, which is why the yes for this one has a ×2 multiplier. And I go first here, and I'm actually not sure what I want to do. I feel like no is obviously the safe option, and even with the multiplier, I feel like I gotta go no here, because Patriots are gonna just try and run the ball and keep it out of Sean McVay's offense's hands. It'll slow the game down a bit. So I'm going no.
Gut reaction is no. I feel like the only way that happens is if this game would have to go into like overtime or something, which isn't that unlikely, I guess. But we'll go with yes. We'll gamble on this one. We're going yes. We're going over. Highest scoring game of all time. We're
In the
going
Super
for
Bowl.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams are part of the highest, or one of the highest scoring games of all time too. So it's not like you don't have the teams for it. Okay. Next question for you, Frankie. You start on this one. We're getting to some kicking things. A couple kicking questions coming for you. And will a field goal hit either the post or the crossbar of the uprights? And yes has a ×2 multiplier here.
Oh.
Now, it doesn't have to hit and then bounce out and be no good. It could also hit and still be good.
So we got Gostkowski versus Zerline, two of the best in the league. The multiplier is tempting, but I'm going to go no. No, it's a lot of probability. There's no way.
Yeah, I mean, Zerline's been probably the clutchest kicker of this postseason so far. Gostkowski's always solid. I gotta hit the no as well on that one.
Yeah.
Now on that same topic, I guess I go first on this one. Who will have more field goals, Gostkowski or Zerline? And first thought here, actually, I'm not even gonna explain any of my reasoning right now, just to not tip you off. But I'm gonna go with Zerline.
This is field goals, not extra points, but 3-point attempts.
Yes. Made.
3-point attempts. Made, yeah. Oh, man. It's just like the question of what team defense will allow them to get into scoring range, but then also be able to stop them. I hate to just go with what but I feel like it has to be Zerline.
Yeah, I mean, Patriots are so good about tightening up the defense in the red zone, and I don't know how good the Rams defense will be in the red zone. I feel like they'll be pretty good, like, just throughout the field, but I don't think they'll get especially stingy anywhere. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. So next question, this one's for you. Will there be an onside kick during the game? Yes or no?
Just even? No, just because onsides are just, I mean, they're just so impossible to do now. And I don't know. We haven't been to many offsides attempts this season at all, for a reason. And it's not like either team's gonna be able to surprise the other one at halftime. So no, I would say no.
All right, I'm gonna go with the yes, partially just to diversify some of my interests, but also especially at the end of the game, if one team is up by a couple scores, then one team's gonna have to kick an onside kick just to keep it competitive, because there's literally no point in kicking the ball away and just taking the loss if you're down. So I just think there's a good enough shot of it happening to where I'll go with yes here. All right, and on to the next one. It's what team will score the first touchdown, Patriots or Rams? I am up first here, and I mean, just based on the Pats-Chiefs game last week, and also the Rams-Saints game, the Rams kind of came out slow and the Pats started super hot, so I'm just going to go with Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots are easily the good bet here, but I like to see a team with little to no experience in playoffs in general come out firing on all cylinders and punching the Patriots in the mouth to start the game. I'm going Rams.
Okay, and on the same gist of first touchdown scored, which player do you think will score the first touchdown for the Patriots?
So can I say Tom Brady, or does it have to be a receiver or running back?
I mean, if you say Tom Brady, that means you think Tom Brady rushed the ball in.
Oh, okay.
Who holds the ball in the end zone, I guess?
It's kind of between Burkhead and Sony Michel right now. I guess it could be Edelman or maybe even Gronk. Safe money says Sony Michel. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I mean, it's his first ever season in the NFL, and he's already 17th or something in touchdowns in that postseason. He's
Yeah.
just being ridiculous right now, so I'm going with Michelle as well. And same thing, but with the Rams, who will score the first touchdown for that team. This might be a bit of an underdog. He didn't score a lot during the regular season, I think. But I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks. It's a
that was my
revenge
pick.
game.
Oh, that was my pick. I don't know if
Oregon State alum.
I have to pick someone different now. I feel like that Brendan Cooks is gonna be my pick. I'm gonna go C.J. Anderson then. Get in the goal line carry.
God, how ridiculous is it that neither of us are picking Todd Gurley?
Yeah.
Like, that would have been ridiculous in the regular season.
Or Robert
Okay.
Woods.
Yeah. Pour one out for Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we discussed this a bit on the pre-show, Frankie. But over under 1.5 mentions of Sean McVay's age, with the under being 3 times multiplied.
Yeah. Is this okay? When you say during the broadcast, does this count pre-game and post-game, or just like from the second the kickoff to the last second of the clock?
Kickoff to final whistle.
I don't care. It doesn't even matter. It's over.
All right. Times 3 multiplier. But I mean, yeah, only 1.5 times. That just means they need to say it twice.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Because they're going to have to find ways to describe him. Just be like, and the 33-year-old head coach or whatever does it again or something.
Easily.
Okay. Another over-under question we have here is the longest touchdown in the game over under 39.5 yards. And I'm going to take the under here because I honestly don't see a lot of people on the Patriots team that have that kind of, breakaway ability to score a touchdown that long, and they don't really have a deep passing offense. And I just trust Belichick to be able to limit people like Brandon Cooks and stuff like that from long touchdowns. So I'm going with the under.
Under was my first reaction. However, I'm going to contradict myself when I was saying earlier about Todd Gurley not showing up, and they're running an RPO around the 45-yard line like the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's going all the way. I'm going over.
All the way. Beast mode in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All right. Back to a bit of special teams that, Justin and others, I'm sure, will very much appreciate. Will there be a team that does not punt during the game? Yes has a times 3 multiplier.
No. No, come on. No, both teams will punt.
But times... Yeah, no. Oh, but fake punts. These teams like to go for it. All I have to do is get in field goal range. I'm going yes. But back to punting. A bit different here. Over under 7.5 punts in the game. I guess I go first here. 7.5 punts. I just said that no one team won't punt at all, but I'm hedging, so I'm gonna say over, and that there will be a decent amount of punts in this game.
I just don't see a whole lot of punting happening. These are both teams that like to possess the ball and take really long drives. 7.5 was the over-under, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I can see 6 or 7 happening, but 8 seems like a lot. So I go under.
Dang. That scares me right there. I could easily just lose 2 points. Dang.
Yeah.
But next up, we have, will there be a defensive or special teams touchdown with yes getting you a times 2 multiplier?
Man, crazy things happen in the Super Bowl, but I'm gonna say no. I don't think so.
All right. I was honestly planning on picking whatever you didn't pick here, so I'm going with yes. That times 2.
All right.
Okay. We're coming to the end here, and we got some just general questions going on, which is, who will have more passing yards, Tom Brady or Jared Goff? Oh, and I go first here, don't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously both these teams really like running the ball. And I don't know, the way I see this game happening is the Patriots just get out early and hot. So they're just going to be trying to run the ball a lot, forcing Goff to throw it a lot. So that's what I'm going to go with. The goof, Jared Goff.
I've seen too many Brady playoff games to bet against his ability to just rack up yards rapidly on these drives. I definitely gotta go Brady on this one, regardless of game script, honestly.
All right. So in the same vein, who will have the most receiving yards in the game? And this is just any single player. And I guess we'll just give the point to whoever picks the person with the more yards in it.
Yeah. Well, then I'm gonna go Edelman then.
Edelman, huh?
Yeah.
Like if I was asking most catches, definitely makes sense to go him. Actually, maybe James White. I have no idea. But most yards, I feel like just one of those Rams receivers is gonna get a couple of deep passes. But who do I want to pick? 'Cause, Belichick knows Brandon Cooks and probably will want to shut him down. So I'm going to go with Robert Woods. Get him some action over here.
I like a possession receiver like Edelman to just rack up yards. So that was my thought process.
You got that Brady Edelman stack, and I got that Goff Woods one.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, who will have the most rushing yards out of anyone in the game? I go first here, and honestly, it's just down to Sony Michel or C.J. Anderson, and that Rams defense gives up a lot of rushing yards, so I'm going to go with Michel here.
But Todd Gurley is going to get that 40-plus yard touchdown run that I predicted, so no. I'm gonna go. I've always liked C.J. Anderson. I'm gonna go C.J.
C.J. Mr. Anderson. Okay.
Drafted for my fantasy team this last season, and that didn't work out. But
Not quite, but it worked out for the Rams.
Yeah, I was right retroactively.
Yeah, that stupid Carolina head coach giving all the touches to Christian McCaffrey, so I lose in fantasy. Anyways, who finally, Frankie, do you think will win this football game?
Who do I think will win versus who do I want to win? It's the same team. I've talked up the Patriots too long at this podcast, and maybe they'll put up yards. Edelman will get yards, but yards doesn't mean points. We're finishing the dynasty where it started. Let's go LA. Rams.
All right. Well, you're taking the youth, the exuberance. Well, I'm taking the experience. The team that's been there, teams that done it, and the team that I really don't want to win. But since you picked the Rams, I'm taking the Pats.
I'm gonna be so sad if if Brady and Belichick get the sixth trophy, the sixth ring, and that'll tie the Steelers record for most in a franchise Super Bowl wins ever. What? Oh, God, that's crazy.
Yeah, you guys should really get yourselves together. Get that Antonio Brown trade done so you can be good again.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, well, I'll post a screenshot of this or something in some group chat once someone lets us know that they've listened to it, so no more spoilers. And that's it. Thank you for playing Super Bowl Sports Bets, Frankie.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's pivot. No more sports talk. Sports talk is done for the episode. Everyone get ready. All right, Cameron, I want you to put on your hypothetical imaginary thinking cap here. I'm going to run you through a scenario. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
All right, Cam. In this hypothetical world, you are in your mid-20s, 25, 26, single, ready to mingle. Either you just got you're in between jobs, or you're in some kind of like a mid-20s crisis, not really sure what direction you're going in life, and you turn on the TV one day and you go, "Oh, Survivor, that was a fun show. I like that show. Maybe I should apply." So you apply on on CBS.com. You apply to be on Survivor. About a week later, you get a call from one Robin Cass, head of casting at CBS, and she says, "Hey, I really like what I've seen from your profile and your video. I think you'd be really good, but our cast is we have a long queue of people waiting to be in the show. So let me connect you with one of my friends. Her name is Lacey, Lacey Pemberton, and she works for ABC. And you say, okay,
Oh
sure.
no.
Lacey Pemberton calls you up, and she says, "Hey Cam, we think you'd be a really good fit for the Bachelorette."
Uh,
First question: do you accept, Cam?
okay, so the only thing going through my mind right now is will being on The Bachelorette make me have a better shot of getting on Big Brother or something?
Yeah. That's generally how that works.
Yeah. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Yeah, I'm going on The Bachelorette. Even if I don't
Awesome,
like it.
Cam. That's great. And if this goes well enough, what often happens with the contestants is a lot of times if they're liked enough, and then the relationship doesn't work out, they become the next Bachelor, right? So we'll start you on the
Oh.
Bachelorette, but we'll get there eventually. We'll start you out on the Bachelorette, and the very first thing you have to do is the intro, like the premiere intros where you like get out of the limo and you meet the girl. What is your strategy to impress the Bachelorette?
Okay, I have seen a half an episode of The Bachelorette, and it was the
Uh
first
huh.
episode
Yeah.
because there's a guy from Pro Football Focus on it, and people on the podcast were talking about it. So I was like, sure.
Really?
Yeah, and he was the
That's
guy that
awesome.
showed up in a chicken costume out of the limo. But I'm
Oh,
obviously not
okay.
doing that. Uh, oh God, this I would. Step one would be I'd ask a show writer to like give me ideas, because
Okay.
I'm not. I'm just trying to be cool. Um,
I guess like are you is your goal to just be like, hey, what's up? Like to be very like relatable, very personable, or are you looking for a shock factor to leave a real impression and get on the her mind and the viewer's mind?
well, I mean, let's be honest here. I'm pretty forgettable, so I gotta do something just to like, get myself out there.
Uh-huh.
Um, so, oh wait, the guy from Pro Football Focus, that the one episode I watched, what he did was he brought a cutout, like a cardboard cutout of her ex out of the
Oh
limo
my
with him
god.
because he wanted to see how much fun she was having now. Because it was the one bachelorette that got like left at the altar or whatever for the other person
Sure.
that, yeah, I don't know. It was wild. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'd show up in like an inflatable fat suit under my
Okay.
tuxedo, and then just
Yeah.
walking out to her, I just like start deflating it and just be like, "Psych, I'm not fat. Nice to meet you."
So your first impression, you want it to be that you're fat,
Yeah, but I'm not actually fat.
but
So
you're
the
not
one
actually.
what she has associated with me was, oh, he's more, he's better than I was expecting.
Nice. Okay. So my next question here then, Cam, is you're on the show. You're with like 20 something other guys all around your
Oh
age.
God.
Are you trying to make friends here? Are you trying to make rivalries? What are you gonna be stirring the pot at all? What are you thinking?
Um. Well, let's say that I'm on this show. I might as well try and win. I'm pretty competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So my strategy here, honestly, is I'm gonna stir the pot, but like in a subtle way, where I'm just like trying to get other people to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're gonna mastermind the fights.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be like, yo, like, it was pretty cool hanging out with Johnny the other day, but
Mm-hmm.
like that time when he was like telling Jessica about how you cheated on your ex, that just wasn't cool what he did, right? And they'd be like, what? Johnny said
What?
that? Yeah, because I told him to tell Jessica that Johnny was a cheater. Or, I don't know, whoever
Uh-huh.
I was talking to was a cheater. That's my strat. Because we're playing to win.
So you're just gonna lie.
No, it's not lying. This is all information that I've gleaned through my superior
Okay.
social skills.
All right. All right. So the show goes along. There's lots of different, people come and go, um, you know, and there's lots of different events. So there'll be like events where you go to like your hometown, and she gets to meet your family and your friends, and she gets to have an impression of that. If you're in like the final like five or whatever, What do you think your strategy would be then if she says, "Hey Cam, I think we're getting on really well. I want to go home and I want to meet everybody who's close to you. Are there certain people you're not showing her to? Are there certain people you're trying to show her to? What are you thinking?"
Okay. Real quick, we gotta jump back to the very first question because I had a new idea for my intro.
Okay.
And this one I actually feel like is good. I'm gonna come out of that limo with, I don't know, like 20 roses in a bouquet. Just hand them to her and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be busy for a little bit. Can you hold on to these? But I'm expecting you to give them all back to me over the series of upcoming weeks, okay? Is that cool?" Just as like, mind games.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But okay, I take her back to my hometown.
Like, what are you showing her about the hometown? What people are you introducing her to? What stuff are you avoiding? What are you thinking?
Okay, well, I mean, like, I guess I have to show her to my family, or at least the actors I paid to act as my family for the week.
Yeah.
But I feel like the real juicy bits of this is the friend group, obviously. Because, you gotta find all the people who won't snitch about GPT and whatnot. Because that's always dangerous.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, I feel like I gotta show her to Logan, because Logan will have actually watched, and he'll just, like, geek out and make me feel special.
Okay.
Actually, I guess if I'm on here, most of you guys would watch, huh? But, no, actually, people don't listen to the podcast, so why would they watch my young Bachelor? God. And then, obviously, I feel like I take her to a JBC's. I feel like that's...
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Now you'll take people with you to JBC's, Cam. What is this? What is this? I don't... Wow.
It's for TV, Frankie. I act differently. God.
Yeah, I gotcha. Alrighty, so the family visits go well enough or whatever, and we're down to the final two, where you're both gonna propose to her, and she'll pick one basically.
That's
Do you have
how
a strategy
the show ends?
Yeah, literally.
Oh, that's so weird.
It cuts between like both of them like proposing to her, and then eventually she's just like makes one of them stand up and is like nah, and says yes to the other.
Aw.
So what's your strategy then? Are you being classic? You taking her to some location? You doing another kind of grand gesture type thing? Are you revealing all the lies you spread and trying to drop like a pipe bomb on her right there, or what are you thinking?
Oh my God, am I CM Punk? Jeez.
Yeah.
So I have the power of television on my side, so I can get more things done than I normally expect.
What does that even mean?
It means like I can, use connections to get things done at, like, let's say I go to a basketball game, I could just get the whole basketball arena to stop and then have like LeBron James come up the stairs and hand me the ring.
I don't know about that, but
I'm gonna take her on a hot air balloon ride, and then there's gonna be some TV magic that makes the hot air balloon pop, and we're gonna start falling to our deaths, and then I'm gonna have someone with a jetpack grab her, and then she's gonna grab me, and then I'm gonna be like, "Oh my God, you saved my life. How about you take this ring and save it again?"
Sounds like you're like trying to trap her into marrying you.
I mean, yeah, that's the whole point of the show.
I think, yeah, actually that's accurate. Alrighty, so Cam, she says yes or no, it doesn't matter. Fast forwarding, the relationship doesn't work out. It never does. You're sad, but you're back with the boys. It's okay. And then, months later, you get a dial, a phone number. Lacey Pemberton calls you back in and says, "Cam, the audience loved you. We loved you. We want you back for The Bachelor." What do you say to that?
I mean, would I rather have gone on The Bachelorette where it's 20 dudes and one guy or one girl? Or would I be on The Bachelor where there's one dude and 20 girls? Frankie, what are you even thinking of me, guy?
Yeah. And I just, well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of time in the spotlight and just a lot of stuff to deal with. But, could be fun.
Yeah. Should be fun.
Yeah, you become best friends with Chris Harrison. I mean, that'd be great. Who doesn't love Chris Harrison?
I don't know who that is.
He's the host.
Oh. That's cool. I don't know. He's no Gen Bot. God.
Yeah, that's all I have here. I've been watching Celebrity Big Brother recently, and I started thinking about The Bachelor. And I listened to a podcast where one of the guys reviewed the first episode of The Bachelor. This just came to mind.
And then I'm gonna get put on Celebrity Big Brother because I'm not a
Yeah.
celebrity, and that's easier to win because they all don't care.
Well, it's not easier to win because winning competitions is bad, and you will get voted out if you win them. So even if you literally win the first HOH, it doesn't even matter. You're just gone this week. Cool. Good game, CBS. Love it.
What?
Have you not been
Good thing I didn't
following
watch that.
what's
No.
what's been happening? Oh,
All I know
well,
is
anyways.
Scaramucci got kicked out or something.
Yeah, well, you'll see what happens. It's very annoying. CBS is frustrating. That's why we're with ABC now. Let's go Lacey and the rest of ABC.
Home of the Goldbergs.
Sure. All right, I think that's everything.
All right.
Alrighty,
This was a
thank
fun
you all
one.
for listening.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, thank you all for listening to another episode of the Anyone But Camp Offseason Podcast. I've been Frankie,
And I'm Cam.
our own bachelor himself, kind of, in a hypothetical world. Anyways, and we'll catch you all next time.
And I'm going to go do a project with my group. Goodbye.